Well, one of the big things that happens has happened since they've set up the CHAZ and Shop area up in Capitol Hill is you see a lot more just overly aggressive behavior by individuals going, well, you're in uniform, you have no power over me, I can do whatever I want. They've bought into that Marxist socialist ideology where if you are any symbol of authority or power, you're evil, period, and outright. You are evil. And so that aggressive behavior has come out just in regular interactions with people, where you would normally see people as I'm walking around who would sit there and smile and wave and all of that. They now look at you with complete disdain. You see a lot of individuals that are walking around that have this, I've been a armchair soldier for 20 years, and oh look, now I can get out, and it's a whole different animal now down here. And because we have a city, a county, and a state government that is no longer abiding by the rules of law, they're like, well, we can do whatever we want. And that's the kicker, is there's a difference. Is we are a nation of laws, we're not a nation of men. Everyone, regardless of race, color, creed, religion, sexual identity, or gender orientation, should be treated equally under the law, period. Yeah. And now you have separated that to say, well, if you fall into this group, you're exempt. County in Oregon just pushed out their thing that says, oh, everybody must wear a mask unless you're a POC, a person of color. Then you're exempted from that. CHAZ Shop created a segregated zone in the farm area that says this area is only for POCs, period. How is that right? It's not
POC being
person of color.
Okay,
yeah, person of color, which is their acronym, is POC. And that's the kicker, is it's like, wait, you're claiming that we as a society are doing this, but wait, you're doing this to yourself. And you're doing it to try and show that there is a separation between people when there really isn't. The idea of this nation is we are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So you're a resident here, obviously.
Yep.
Have you actually ventured up in there to just check it out?
I've been around the outskirts of it. I've actually walked around the 6 blocks.
And how do you feel about what it's become? I mean, was it a nice part of town before? I mean,
so during the daytime, one of the things for CHAZ and Shop that they've done is they've had a really great PR campaign up until the shootings, which was during daylight hours. It was a hippie fest. It was the summer of love. Families could come in with kids. Everybody's happy, happy, joy, joy. The sun goes down and the AR-15s come out. And it becomes a totalitarian regime where without arrest, without due process, without anything, you could be assaulted, beat up, and or excommunicated and thrown out of CHAZ and Shop. For me, walking around the outskirts, because I'm armed 24/7, 365, I wasn't that worried about it. But I could understand where, especially being in Capitol Hill area, the vast majority of people are not. And so seeing individuals walking around with virtually none or very limited experience with sidearms or long guns, AR-15s, I could see how that would be disconcerting to families walking around at night. There's been reports of residents being stopped and asked for ID to get back to their residence, just to be able to get back to their apartment or condo.
So there are apartments within the area.
Oh yeah, there's apartments and condos. Yeah, there are residents in that area, and there are multiple YouTube videos and things like that where YouTube residents have come out under the guise of anonymity. They've been fogged out face and voice change, have gone, I'm afraid. We don't want this here. We're hearing screams, and we're hearing screams of violence. We have the chief of police, Carmen Bess, who has admitted on news that there have been assaults, rapes, batteries, burglaries that have gone completely uninvestigated because they cannot get law enforcement in there to start an investigation. The shootings that happened the other weekend down here, detectives still have not been able to get in. The other problem is, because so much time has passed, you have a custody, the chance of conviction goes down astronomically. And that's the problem. Which again, now you're saying we're exempt from the rules and the laws of a society, of a legal and lawful society. And that's the problem that we have.
Thanks for your time.
You are very welcome.